Hello, this is Dee with crochettalk.com bringing you another video tutorial. In this tutorial I will be showing you how to make a granny square. It is going to just be a basic granny square, one color. For this tutorial you will need some yarn and a crochet hook. And I will be using an H, also known as a 5.00 millimeter. If at any point in the video it seems to be too fast, you can always pause to keep up, rewind as well, and then just go from there. There's two ways you can start this. You can either start with your slip knot and chain 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you'll slip stitch to the beginning chain to form a ring. So you'll skip all chains, go to the first chain, make your slip stitch, which you wrap, pull through, and then pull through. And then you'll work into the center of the chain that you just made. And to begin, you want to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 double crochets in the center of your ring. Here's where you slip stitch so it'll look like a hole. You just want to go into the center, so you want to go into here. And you will do a double crochet and one more double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2. Now you will do 3 double crochets into the center of the ring. As I work along, I will be holding my tail so that way I tuck it in, so I'll hold it along my work. I want to do 3 double crochets. Here's the first one. 1, 2, and 3. Then you want to go ahead and chain 2, 1, 2. These chain 2 spaces will become your corners in the next row. And you want to repeat 3 double crochets into the center, continuing to hold your tail. You want to do 1, 2, and 3. Again, chain 2, 1, 2. So far you have 2 corners. You want a total of 4 corners, so you're going to repeat 3 double crochets into the center. There's 1, 2, and 3. Try that again. If it gets a little bit tight, you can just pull your work over. Here's the third one. And now you can see we have 1, 2, 3 corners. Now you want to chain 2. This chain 2 will make your 4th corner. And this is where you want to slip stitch into your first double crochet made. I do not slip stitch into the chain because it will pull it open and make it a hole. I always go into the first double crochet made, slip stitch into the top, and here you can leave your tail out now, and this is where I connect. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. If you want a mini granny square, you can stop here and you'll have a miniature granny square made, or you can continue on. And to continue, what I do is I slip stitch into the next stitch, and then I slip stitch into the chain 2. So that's how you can start the first way you can start your granny square. The second way is by using the magic ring, and I will show you that method now. If you do not want to use that method, go ahead and fast forward through the next part of the tutorial. And I am just going to rip this and show you how to do with the magic ring. Magic circle, magic loop, whatever you want to call it. So to begin, I will hold my yarn in my hand. I will wrap the back around and up my fingers. I will hold it here, turn it back, and secure with my pinky. I will stick my hook through there, pull the yarn through, twist my hook up, let go of this, holding right here. Now I grab my yarn and I will, you can hold it however you like. I stick my finger in here and I grab right here and I will chain 1, 2, and 3, and then I will do 2 more double crochets. So here's 1 and 2. Now I want to chain 2, so we got 1, 2, and do 3 more double crochets around the loop. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Again, you want to chain 2, 1, 2. You got 1 corner here. This will be your second corner. 3 more double crochets around the loop. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. You're on your third corner. So again, you want to repeat 3 double crochets into the center. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 1, 2. Now you have 1, 2, 3. This is your fourth, so you're finished with the double crochets. Now you want to pull your magic ring tight. So you just pull this tail here, hold your work up here, and just pull it as tight as you want it. And there you are with your fourth corner. And this is where I will slip stitch into my first double crochet made into the top. Slip stitch in there, and now I'm just going to hold my tail up here against my work. And then you want to continue with the slip stitch here. Now instead of holding my tail above it, I'm going to put it back down by the hook there and pull this through for the slip stitch, and that just secures it in there. And then now you want to go into the center of your chain 2 made, and now you just want to leave it up here, slip stitch, and there you go. Later on you can just tuck this tail in. Now you want to continue on with your granny square again. You can stop here for your mini square or continue on. And to continue on, you want to chain 3 here in the corner. 1, 2, 3. Now you want to do 2 more double crochets into the chain 2 space. So here's 1 and 2. You can pull these over if you need a little more room. Now we're going to work on the next corner stitch. So you want to make chain 2, 1, 2. Your chain 2 is what will make the corners. And now you want to repeat 3 double crochets into the same chain 2 space. So here we go with 1, 2, and 3. From here now you're going to be working on your side of your square, and to work the side you just want to chain 1. And then now you're going to work into your next corner, which you will be doing 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all in the same chain 2 space. So here we go with 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets, chain 2, there's 1, 2, and repeat 3 more double crochets in the same chain 2 space. Here's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3. Again, now you're making the side, so you want to go ahead and chain 1, and then repeat the same thing in the next corner. So that's 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all in the same chain 2 space. There's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more double crochets. There's 1, 2, and 3. Again, working the side, you want to just chain 1 and repeat in the last chain 2 space. Again, it's going to be 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all in the next chain 2 space. Here we go with 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more double crochets in the same chain 2 space. There's 1, 2, and 3. So now you completed 4 more corners. You do have to complete 1 more side stitch, so all you will do is chain 1, and then this is where you will connect into the first double crochet made. So going into the top of that stitch, I will slip stitch to the top. So pull through and then through, slip stitch made, slip stitch into the top of the next stitch, and then slip stitch into the corner chain 2 made. And there you have your second row made, and as you can see you now have 4 corners and you have 4 sides. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to your square. And you can stop at any point if you want, you know, a little bit bigger square, or you can continue on. You can stop at a 6-inch square, or you can continuously keep going around and around and around, making it as big as you want, even a throw size. You want to make sure that you are doing 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in each corner stitch, and when you get to the side stitches you want to be doing a chain 1, 3 double crochets, and a chain 1, and that will continue to make your sides. So here we go with the next round, or the next row round. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This does count as your first double crochet made, so now you just want to do 2 more double crochets into this corner stitch. So here's 1 and 2. And again, you're going to make your corner, so you're going to chain 2 and then do 3 more double crochets into the same chain 2 space. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Now here is where you're working on your side stitches. So after you do your last double crochet, you do want to chain 1. Now you want to work into your side stitch here, putting 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space. Here we go with 1, 2, and 3. Now you want to chain 1 once again, and now you're working into your corner stitches, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets all in the same chain 2 space. There's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. There's 1, there's 2, and 3. Again, you're working the side, so you just want to chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. There's 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and now you're back to the corner, so that's 3 double crochets, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3 more double crochets. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now on the side, you just want to chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. There's 2 and 3, chain 2, and 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Again, on the sides, you just want to chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. There's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and here you are with your slip stitch to connect, slip stitching into the first double crochet made, not the chain 3, not the beginning chain 3, but the first double crochet made. I'm going to slip stitch into that. And once again, you can continue on making your square as large as you want. I am going to stop here so I can show you how to finish off. But again, you want to make sure in each corner chain 2 space you are making 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. After that, you want to chain 1 and work 3 double crochets into each side with a chain 1 in between. And just continue on around and around until the size that you want it, or you can stop and make it as small as you want it. I will not continue to slip stitch into these to finish off. I'm just going to finish it off here. So you do want to take your scissors, cut off a good sized tail, and then just pull through and all the way through and tighten it up. And there you have your granny square made. Now if you just want to get your needle and then just sew these in the back to hide it off, go ahead and do that. Here I have my needle, my yarn needle. Stick my yarn tail on there. And I'm just going to tuck in my tail into the back. So I will run this down through this stitch here, pull it tight, so you can't see it there. Then I'm just going to go ahead and run it through a few stitches here up at top and pull it through. And then I'll just run it down this stitch here and through a few stitches here. And then around a few stitches in here. And then I'll go back this way. Pull it through. And then cut it off. And then I will also heighten this tail. Just finding stitches to put it through. I'll go through here. And I'll go around the circle area down here. Pulling it a little snug. Continue in the circle. Pulling it snug. And then just going back over the stitch here. I'll go over and then back this way. Just to make sure it's in there. And here's where you can cut it off. And there you have your granny square finished and complete, no tail sticking out. So here you have your basic granny square tutorial. If you have any questions, please shoot them to me. I'm here to help you out. Again, this is Dee with crochettalk.com.